you. We are live. We are live on Facebook, our Facebook group Switchers, live on YouTube, and live on Instagram. And today we're doing an olive oil taste test, which I'm pretty excited about because I get to try olive oil with you. And we're also live on LinkedIn. I figured some of the lives I broadcast on LinkedIn and sometimes I don't, but I definitely think for LinkedIn, this would be interesting because I think some of my friends would love doing an olive oil taste test. And we're also live on YouTube. So welcome to all of you. And it is 9:30 p.m. Eastern. It is in Toronto. It is 6:30 p.m. Wait, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. We're a little bit behind schedule today because, as I was telling my Instagram friends, my contacts stopped working. I tried many times with different contacts, and it did not work. So we are. This is going to be a glasses live, but I'm super excited. So I think we'll start off going straight to the taste test. I'm going to talk about olive oils because olive oils are way more as complicated actually as wine, believe it or not. And I'm going to talk to you about the apple cider vinegar. Even taste test that. And then I'm going to end off talking about with our product of the week or some announcements I have about Switch, just something in terms of samples for the next couple of orders. And that is how today is going to go. But let's start off talking about olive oil. So give me a heart or give me a hands up. Hi, Facebook peeps. But give me a heart if you've like olive oil, put it on your salads, cook with it. Tell me about what you know about olive oil. I didn't know much when I started. However, so here's everything I learned when we tried to find an olive oil for Switch. And I know I'm jumping straight to it, but I'm super excited because initially when we started, I was like, why is this jar of Pineapple Collaborative $44 Canadian? And I was just like, I'd be interested to know what's different. I covered this store-bought olive oil with paper towel and some tape because I don't ever want to put down any brand. That's not what this is about. This is just really genuinely saying, like, what's the difference between a cheaper olive oil and a $44 tin of olive oil. So that is how I started my research. And to let you know, olive oil is actually just like wine. So not only am I going to taste test olive oil today on feta cheese, which Oscar gave me the idea, our friend Oscar gave me the idea for that, but I'm also going to pour it into 2 wine glasses, and then I'm going to let it air out and basically see how it goes, like see how the taste is, see how the smell is. So let me pour. So this I will taste towards the end because I'm going to let them air out. Here's the Pineapple Collaborative olive oil. I'm going to put that in. Ooh, pour that out. Okay. And then I'm going to pour out our store-bought olive oil. Welcome. If you're just joining, we're doing an olive oil taste test. And the first thing I've learned about olive oil is that it's similar to actually wine. And olive oil has like a variety of flavors. It depends on the type of olive. I took notes, but this is all from when we were sourcing our olive oil. So high-end extra virgin olive oil should taste like fresh herbs and fruit with a range of profiles from delicate to complex. In contrast, this is interesting. Low-quality olive oil tastes just like oil. So to taste olive oil, sniff to identify aromas, slurp noisily to emulsify the oil, and swallow to take note of flavors. So this one is the Pineapple Collaborative, and this is the store-bought. I'm going to put both of them just on the side over here, and we will come back to them. So here is our feta cheese. I'm so excited for this. This is actually a really fun taste test. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour Pineapple Collaborative. This is going to be as blind as we can make it. I was going to ask my husband to pour it before I started the live, but that did not work out. So he's putting our toddler to sleep. I hope our toddler's sleeping. I hope he sleeps. And I hope he sleeps through the night. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to pour this on the feta cheese. You guys need to have a look at this because this is so good. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to do some store-bought. This is exciting. Look at that. This is so yummy. This is so yummy. I'm so excited. And there we go. We have both olive oils poured. This is actually, if you go and search Oscar's Reels, Oscar I Hack Diabetes, his Reels, he actually did this taste test, which was he took Pineapple Collaborative olive oil. And he told me, his background's Italian. So he told me and said, hey, like, what is so different about this olive oil? Let me taste it. And he actually tasted it with his partner. They both did a blind taste test. And the more expensive one won in terms of flavor and taste. But I want to do the exact same test. So that's why I'm doing it today. He told me to take feta cheese. He also told me to put on some salt. So we do have salt by Pineapple Collaborative. I'm going to use the Canadian salt we sell. So this is the, if you have not tried this, Keto SJ, they both look the same viscosity. Oh my gosh, what is the, okay, can you tell me what viscosity means? Because can you tell me what it means so that I can answer your question? Because I would just go into Microsoft Word and shift F7, but I can't do that right now because my phone and my computer is busy. So help me out. Okay, so this is what Vancouver Island sea salt looks like. It's almost honestly like diamonds. Like diamonds in the sky. Okay. So let's pour some salt. Oh, you guys, this comes out thickness. Interesting. Actually, the store-bought was thicker. I felt like when I poured it out, it felt thicker, looked thicker. And this one seemed lighter, if that makes sense. Did it seem lighter or thicker? Well, let's look at them. Yeah, actually, so this one is the Pineapple Collaborative, this one, and then this one's the store-bought. You can't really tell right now, but I would say the Pineapple Collaborative moves around more easier, which means it's a little bit thinner or lighter. Okay, so let's try them. And what I'm going to do is I put tape on the bottom of the Pineapple Collaborative, but what I'm going to try to do, actually, this is going to be much easier. I'm going to put some in the middle, and I'm going to rotate them. Actually, I'm going to sing a song, which I usually sing. Okay. And down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. And if I do, my mother will say, did you something ever have a banana in the shenana down by the bay? All right. Okay. So I've done it. I've rotated enough that I don't know which is which. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the taste test. If you're just joining me now, we're doing an olive oil taste test. We know things are heavy in the world, and we're doing everything we can outside of this live to support the world. But inside this live, we are tasting some olive oil, and we are smiling, and we're going to take in the smells. We're going to take in this deliciousness, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. So that is what we're doing inside this live, and I hope that's okay with you. Let me get a knife and cut this olive oil to taste. Yummy. Okay, I'm so excited. And if you don't know me, love that sound, brownies. No, Leanne, we're doing an olive oil taste test. Or did I say something? I don't know if that song was supposed to be brownies, but I was basically rotating. We're doing a taste test of store-bought olive oil with pineapple collaborative olive oil, which is a $44 jar. And so we're going to basically be doing this blind taste test. And let's see how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. Okay. That is very good. So let's read how we taste test. The flavors emitted through extra virgin olive oils are determined by many flavors, including the types of olives used, the ripeness of the olives, growing conditions, and how the oil is stored. As you taste, explore and identify the fruitiness, bitterness, pungency, or pepperiness of the oil. As you taste, is the aroma pleasant or unpleasant? Is the aroma mild, strong, or somewhere in the middle? What 3 words would you use to describe the oil's aroma? Can you sense bitterness on the back of your tongue? That's going to happen when I taste it like wine. What's the intensity of the said bitterness? Okay, let's keep going back. Okay, so let me smell this one. This one tastes very like light. It tastes. Hi, hey Oscar. Hey Nikki. Okay. The other interesting thing is that the olive oil is being absorbed, which I like, by the feta cheese. You guys, I'm tasting $44 olive oil. Oh, shoot. I can hear my son crying. This is not good. This is not going well. For those of you who are joining, my husband is trying to put our toddler down, who is 2.5 almost. It is 9:40 p.m. in Toronto. He should be freaking asleep. He is not freaking asleep. He needs to be sleeping. So I'm going to try to keep it quiet, but I'm also going to try to make sure that you hear me. So, hi. Okay. Jessica, this is so funny. Hi, Jessica. I think so too, actually. And you know what's really nice? Because we do these at night, I'm always like, oh no, I have to eat. I'm not really hungry. But feta cheese and olive oil, I'll eat this anytime. Hi, Greg. Okay. This is fruity, I would say. It's light. I definitely feel, it is really delicious, you guys. Like it is, okay. Is the aroma mild? Yes. So the smell of this is definitely milder. But interestingly enough, it does burn a little bit at the back of my throat, which I read. Okay, so first, let's look at quality. Okay. This is how you tell a high quality olive oil. A good Evo should be fruity yet pungent. Oh my gosh. So I was actually, this is really interesting because it is fruity, but it's still hurting the back of my throat, creating a peppery or burning sensation at the back of your throat when you swallow. This sensation is actually caused by the higher levels of the antioxidant oleocanthal, sorry, my science friends, which is associated with many of olive oil's health perks. Okay, this is so weird. So if this is burning the back of my throat, I'm going to take a guess and say this is the pineapple collaborative olive oil. Okay. Let me see if the tape is at the bottom of this one. Actually, no, let me not check that. Let me check this one. I don't know which one is which, but let's check this one because that is burning the back of my throat, which would make me think it's the higher quality olive oil. Reading this stuff. Also, interesting. This is also, sorry. I hope that did not wake him up. I'm trying to do things that don't wake up my son. But hopefully it's all going to be okay. Okay, let's keep going. So to cleanse your palate, I'm supposed to eat green apples, but I don't have green apples. I can also do water. Go ahead. Sorry, I missed the first part. What are you eating it with? Oh, I'm eating it with feta cheese, Greg. This is what it looks like. That's pretty delicious. So basically, when we launched this olive oil, one of my questions and one of my research was, why is this tin $44 Canadian? It's not this week because it's our product of the week, which is why we always do our show around the products of the week. But I was like, is this different? Is there something different about olive oil? And as you know, we also buy like store-bought olive oil with paper towel around it, so you don't know which one it is. So that is when I started to do the research on olive oils and how they are harvested and what happens, like why are they so different. And so anyway, so that's how this whole thing started. And then I actually did a lot of research into this, but I never taste tested it with a regular olive oil, which is what I'm doing today. So, okay, I think this one is the higher quality olive oil, but let's now try the store-bought. I think we'll find out because there's tape underneath the one. So first let me smell it. Pretty much like the taste is similar to, the smell is similar to the other one. I don't actually smell much. I smell more with that one. Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh. You guys. So our friend Oscar did this taste test because he did not believe me. He was just like, how can olive oils be that different? What's the big deal? I buy my olive oil from Costco. And he was like, he basically said there's a huge difference. And he told me, so I said, how do I do this live? And I'm like, what if I pick the wrong one and say the expensive, the store-bought one is the expensive one or whatever? He's like, you will not. And he's right, because this is 100% the store-bought. You need to do this test. I don't care if you do it with pineapple or do it with any other expensive olive oil versus store-bought. Okay. The taste, this has to be store-bought. The taste of this olive oil is, how do I describe it? It's like almost, it's a heavier taste. It's not as light. It's not as like fruity. It's not bad. It's okay. It's like I wouldn't even have really known if I didn't taste the two of them together. I would have just kind of been like, oh, I'm at a restaurant having an app. But it's like almost instant difference, you guys. Wow. Oscar was right. Okay, let me just check. Yep, this has tape on the bottom, which means I was right. This one is the pineapple collaborative olive oil, and this is the store-bought olive oil. You guys, I was right. Okay, I want to try to describe this again to you. So what I'm actually going to do is take it an extra step. Let's skip this. We did this. And let's actually go and drink olive oil. Who am I? And the things that I do for my company, like really any tickle at the back of the throat with the store-bought. Yeah, definitely. I felt like a little cough, like that was my cough, but I'm going to actually try to now taste them. So the one that says Mr. SwitchGrocery is pineapple collaborative. The other one is store-bought. So my favorite though is I just love that olive oil tasting is supposed to be similar to, I just dropped Instagram. My bad. Sorry. I have it set up against my laptop. There you go. 1 second. Here we go. Just want to make sure that everyone can see me. Okay. So let's keep going. Hi, Sugar Daddy's Bakery. So amazing. Okay, so now let's go. we're going to taste. Okay, we're going to do aroma testing. We're going to taste the Pineapple Collaborative olive oil, and we're going to taste the store-bought olive oil. And then let's recap. So let's recap. Similar to tasting wine, high-end olive oil should taste like fresh fruits and herbs with a range of profiles. You guys need to go try your olive oils in your pantry right now, because this is exciting. And this is also like different right now from world news. So just something to make you smile. I hope this is making you smile as I keep dropping my phone. Hold on. It is, one thing that I really enjoy doing on this earth is food. I love food. So it is really helpful for me to run a food company because I love food. Okay, so the different flavors are floral, perfume or aroma flowers, grassy, aroma of fresh cut grass, peppery is sort of sting in the back of the throat and has a pretty good kick. Bitter, considering a positive attitude because bitter is considered a positive attribute because it's indicative of fresh olive fruit. Very interesting. What a test. One sec. Sorry, I'm just looking at a Facebook comment. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. I want to try the pineapple one, maybe dip a baguette. Yes, that would be amazing. Picture keeps freezing. Is it just on my end? Oh my gosh, I hope it is just on your end. I hope that everything's going okay. The whiskey looks funny. So Greg, interestingly enough, very, very interestingly enough, my partner, so Brian, my husband partner, he's actually doing a whiskey tasting over Zoom right now in Toronto. A bunch of guys couldn't get together. They're all dads, and they're actually going to do a Zoom whiskey tasting, which is super interesting to me. Like, you buy the whiskey and then you taste it over Zoom. Like, it's, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So I told him, I'm like, am I just going to be, will you get drunk at home, I guess, or something like that? And whiskey for me, like, my dad was really, really into whiskeys, but I was like that 12-year-old that was like, maybe even 8-year-old that was like, let me go taste what's in my dad's like bar. And I went and tried a little bit of whiskey. And I literally was like, I will never drink. This is terrible. This is terrible. And of course I changed. It's kind of like when you first wine, you're just like, why would I drink this? This is awful. And then when you actually go and drink wine, you're like, I enjoy wine. This is really nice. Hello from Cambridge. Hi, Sugar Daddy's Bakery. Yes, I really still need to visit you in Cambridge. It's a little bit of a drive, but I will come soon to visit you. And then Oscar just joined. I saw Oscar joined. So Oscar, we've done our feta cheese taste test. I just want to recap because Oscar gave me this idea. If you're still here, we did our feta cheese taste test, and I was able to tell in an instant which one was Pineapple Collaborative. So you were right, but now I'm going to actually taste test them in wine glasses. So, okay, so let's talk about smell. Let's come back to smell. Okay. We miss you guys too. I want to be able to do a show. Okay. So this is store-bought. You know what? Let me just do Pineapple Collaborative first. You know what? That is a pretty strong smell, I would say, on both. Oh, I would say it's a pretty strong smell on both. Maybe I need to pour more olive oil to get more of its smell. Okay, let's start with, last time we started with pineapple. So this time we're going to start with the store-bought. Let's start with store-bought olive oil. Okay, let's see if it's going to create a peppery sensation. This is still like I think so. I'm not going to see which one it is, but I think this is still a decent quality olive oil. I don't know, but let's go. Okay, let's smell. Oh my gosh. You guys, it kind of tastes like oil. It really does. Okay. High-end extra virgin quality oil should taste like fresh herbs and fruit. So it does not taste like fresh herbs and fruit, with a range of profiles from delicate to complex. It does have a profile, like you definitely can tell it's like olive oil. It tastes like kind of like a little thicker, like keto ester I was telling you about, like it tastes a little bit thicker. To taste olive oil, sniff, slurp noisily. Okay, I'll slurp it and swallow it. How do you slurp? Okay, let me try to slurp it. Yeah, it kind of tastes just like olive oil, like some sort of oil. It's just okay. This is so interesting. I am not making this up, you guys. You need to go try different olive oils because this is very, very interesting, and it is actually not burning. Like you could definitely feel that there's a film in the back of my throat, but it's not burning it because it literally. So it said a good Evo should be fruity yet pungent. It's not fruity. It's not pungent. Create a peppery or burning sensation at the back of your throat when you swallow. It did not do that. This is so interesting. Mm, I couldn't tell as much of the difference because I was like, maybe if you try, because I think I was trying it with feta cheese, and so I could taste the feta cheese. But let's go, okay? Let's try pineapple collaborative. Maybe this is also going to not, like, I don't know, maybe it's not going to have a smooth finish. But I know that Brian did this taste test and he said that pineapple collaborative burned the back of his throat, but let's try it. Okay, let's go. Okay. And I have to slurp noisily to emulsify the oil. Okay, let's go. Wow. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Mm, mm. Okay. 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 This is number one. It is definitely burning the back of my throat. It's not like, oh my gosh, burn, 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 I can't live, but it's definitely burning the back of my throat. Number two, it had this mixture of like a little bit bitterness, which apparently is considered a positive attribute because it's indicative of fresh olive fruit. It wasn't as fruity when I taste it. When I taste it with the feta, it almost tastes a little bit fruity, but I wonder if that's the feta cheese kind of bringing it out. But when I'm having it on its own, it's more a little bit deeper. If I had to describe the taste, it's like it tastes sort of like deep. It tastes definitely a little bit peppery with the staying in the back of my throat, a little bit of bitterness, and kind of floral. Like it's a mix of all of that, if that makes any sense. You guys, I'm not good at this. I'm not like this olive oil connoisseur, but I'm trying. But it's definitely like when I had that one, I definitely felt like it was more just oil. And this one, I didn't feel like I was having oil. Mm, 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 mm. Man. So let's find out why it wins. Interesting. Here's another fact. What you don't want is dull olive oil, which a dull colored oil that tastes or smells or tastes rancid, musty, vinegary, or metallic, which is neither. Neither of them taste that way. And really, when we did some of the research with olive oil, what we found out was um, basically this is sourced all in California, and it's all like packed. It depends on like also when the olives are picked. So they're all picked during peak season. This tin has 33% more olive oil because they like grab it all. So it's like maybe that's why I'm feeling that you can actually like it's full bodied, like just how you would describe a wine. But I liked these three quotes, which is one of the reasons I chose to carry them. So one, Quote, it is so smooth I'd like to bathe in it, but instead I'll bathe my garlic in it. Two, I think this is what Jessica said. I'd like to dunk an entire loaf of sourdough directly into a bucket of this. Three, this olive oil makes me question why I ever bothered with butter in the first place. So, okay, so in conclusion, here's what I would say. This is what I would say. I would say probably very similar to Oscar's conclusion, which is if you are using something for cooking, if you need something for cooking, buy the store bought. For cooking, stir frying, baking, all of those things, I would definitely go with regular olive oil. If you're making a salad or if you are doing something like I am, like a caprese salad, if you're going to be doing, Oscar told me like ricotta cheese on toast. That's when he would use pineapple collaborative olive oil. If you're going to put it on an avocado, use pineapple collaborative or another one. And you know what? We don't have to go back to wine tasting. We can go back to olive oil tasting. Ooh, I feel like I'm going to become an olive oil connoisseur. Make some more noise. No, I'm not making noise. I cannot. I think he's finally quiet, which means he could be sleeping and it's 10 p.m. So, which means like literally Brian and I will get half an hour to talk before one of us just passes out or starts yawning. So, no, I will not be waking him up. Shh. No fire alarms today, no nothing, no Vitamix. We're just going to do that. Okay, so that is, you guys, my conclusion on olive oil. I hope you liked it. I definitely liked tasting it. Take the olive oil out in your pantry, drink a little bit of it, see if you get that burning sensation in the back of your throat, see what it feels like. It's going to be really fun. Another thing that Pineapple Collaborative has is apple cider vinegar, which has really, really been helping me with my blood glucose levels. One of the things I do now is if I know that I'm going to have a meal that's like heavier on the carbs, I definitely have a tablespoon of olive oil and I mix it with water. And I thought about why this apple cider vinegar did not taste. It didn't taste so, how do I say this? Like apple cider vinegary. And so I read these quotes. So again, reviews. This is legit the first time I've had, we're sold out of this, but I'm just telling you because it was important to me. This is legit the first time I've had apple cider vinegar that actually tastes like apples. I love the magic of fermentation. How can you change simple apple juice into a wonderful ingredient with complex flavor changes? I love the tiny shifts, like the type of barrel it's aged in can produce big flavor differences. Like, who's the apple farmer? Like, how amazing, you guys, is, I don't know. I just love that. When you go into something and you really become an expert in it and you really like spend the time to understand it and it just comes through in the taste. I mean, it's amazing. Okay. I have some olive oil that my dad bought me from Cyprus, from his tree. Sue, you're holding out on us. He makes his own. I'm going to try to drink some olive oil. Like, that's amazing. Tell us how you feel. Like, you're holding out on us. You should be drinking some with me. You should be doing like shots with me. Pour it on feta cheese. Try it. Have a good time with it. I would do it. I haven't woken up your Google speaker yet. Okay. Let's ask Google. Hey, Google, what is the best olive oil in the world?
Sure. Here's some helpful information I found on the web.
Come
To
on.
find out more, look for the link in your
So
Google
here's my
Home
prediction with Google. In 10 years, it's actually going to tell us what's the best olive oil in the world. And I don't know, that'll be really super interesting. Okay, so I do have a couple of announcements about Switch, which I am super excited about. One is our product of the week. So every week we pick 2 products from our store. We put them on sale. We feature them. We talk about them. And it's really helpful because we do a lot of research when it comes to the products we carry. So it's a great way to kind of talk about them and share that research with you. And also just relearn them like I did today. Like I had to learn all about like olive oil tasting, which was really super fun. So We definitely have the 10% off Pineapple Collaborative this week. So this is, I think I made it, it's $44.99, but I made it $39.99, which works out to like 12% because it's just, you might as well, if you're going to go $44.99, if you're going to go $40.99, you might as well go $39.99. So this will be that price for a week. And so that's our product of the week. And then our Keto Chow product of the week is the 21s. We're selling 21 to-go packs. They're going to be 18% off, and the best before date on them is May 1st, which is 2 months from now. And so that we put on sale. We don't have that many left, so I think they will definitely go. But also, hopefully 18% helps. And I think that you can get 21 of the single packs. So if you want to try to get that also in like a, what's the word? Just get that for the summer, like keep it for the summer. If you're not so concerned with the best before dates like me, you want to take them camping. Oh my gosh, it's going to be spring soon. Then that's a great purchase for you. So 18% off the Keto Chow to-go packs. Best before date May 1st. And then we also have I want to talk about best before. So we just have a question. Why is it stored in a tin? Ooh, that is a very good question. I'm going to see if this is olive oil with olive oil made by Catherine Tomajan. I actually do not know the answer to that. I think that first of all, it's nice, but I do think that it would have something to do with the taste. Like, I don't think it would, like, glass doesn't affect the taste, and I don't think that the tin would either, but I will get back to you. I love their packaging. And one other thing I didn't mention was there's this woman who I stalked. So Catherine Tomajan is like a full-on olive oil connoisseur, farmer, everything, like knows olive oils inside out, like knows how to farm them, knows how to pick them, knows how to process them, all of that stuff. And she helped Pineapple Collaborative with this. So it actually says with olive oil maker. She's called an olive oil maker, you guys, like Catherine Tomajan. So I looked her up and followed her on Instagram, and I've chatted with her a couple of times, and she's like the olive oil, like completely the olive oil person. Like, I'm trying to imagine. I'll give you an example. I'm surprised at this, but many people who actually make products will say to me, can you try them? Can you comment on the ingredients? Can you comment on the nutrition? And sometimes I always am like, but I'm not like I'm not like a food scientist or whatever the case is, but they know that I can give them an honest feedback on the packaging, whether I think it'll sell, whether the taste. And I think that I don't know if she's a 4th generation olive farmer. Okay, you guys, that went down a path where I was like comparing myself to like the food taster. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that when you live and work within an industry, you become like this, steeped in it. About light and impact to the oil, good to protect it from light. It'll keep longer. There you go. We're getting the answer to the question. But I like what it says at the back. So meet our one true olive. The olive oil is one of our planet-friendly pantry staples powered by women farmers and producers. Our products are just one drop in our mission to express our style, identity, and values through food. Oh, you guys, we hope this olive oil is your new best friend in the kitchen, from roasting delicious vegetables to dressing up your next salad. Show us what you cook up or invite us to dinner by tagging Pineapple Collaborative. Ingredients: organic olives, USDA organic, California Olive Oil Council certified extra virgin. So it certifies COOC, which is the California Olive Oil Organic Council, product of agriculture. This is fucking amazing. This is flipping amazing. But another thing I like about Pineapple Collaborative, if you follow them on Instagram, they're 65,000 followers or something like that. They're a highly community oriented company. They actually have events, I think once every other month, in New York, LA, Washington, DC. They really, there's like 7 women founders who came together to make this. And it says on the back, made by women. So, I mean, a company like that, you just feel proud. really to carry and work with. Kim, hi Neha, love this. Hi Kim. I'm so happy that you do. I'm so happy that you do. Okay, so coming back to what I was saying, good to protect it from light. I just want to make sure I answered. Sue, you have to, tin keeps out of the light. Oscar said that. Hey, Oscar. Oscar, did you hear everything I said about, um, what we said about like it burning in the back of the, I don't know. I've talked a lot about you, and about your own taste test, but you were right. I could tell. Okay, so sorry. So we were talking about best before. So here you go. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about best before because many food companies throw out, best before food. That is like what happens in Canada, probably what happens around the world as food looks bad or is approaching this date, this best before expiry date, it is thrown out. Um, we really at Switch have, for the most part, significantly minimized that, or our goal is not to have any. It's sometimes impossible, like, and then what happens? So, like, if, for example, like if a tin is like badly damaged, but the olive oil is still inside it, well, then we'll share it with our team. Or, I might just DM a customer and say, hey, do you want this? Or something, but sometimes I don't remember to do that, and that's getting harder to do. So usually it gets distributed amongst our team. But one of the other things is, it's really impossible to not have any inventory. That it's called inventory. I'm sure everyone knows what inventory is, but I'm an accountant. But inventory management is always something that's on top of my mind. So most companies, and we did some research in terms of best before, they guarantee 30 days. So, for example, if you go to the grocery store, if you see something on shelf, and if you look at its expiry date, their policy is probably about 30 to 60 days. You'll probably like try to look at the back and get the thing from the back, but sometimes you may not even find that. So, what we decided was that we will always find things that are best before. It could happen because we have about, and I'm trying to remember the exact number, but we have about 600 products. And if we have like a massive sort of, where we take up a full aisle in a warehouse, and I'm talking like top to bottom, front and back. And so it's hard because sometimes a box can be left behind. Let's say like a shipment of Pineapple Collaborative comes from the U.S. A box can go somewhere else or can get left at the back. Sometimes you're supposed to take the oldest inventory to ship, but like it happens. So the way that we're getting around it is we're going to do an inventory count every couple of months. We're then going to take best before and we're going to put them on sale. So check our best before section constantly. I will tell you this, which is best before really, really, really means that it's best before. So if you have like eggs, they do last past the best before date. I talked to a couple of people. I follow this amazing woman on LinkedIn who does all this research in Canada on food waste, is working on a strategy in Canada to reduce food waste. And she actually said that best before dates are the worst culprit. Because that's what they are. They're just best before dates. They're not expiry dates. So once I even learned that, like I was like, this is great. You can also put things in the fridge. You can put things in the freezer. That'll extend your shelf life. So it's just really important to me that food is not thrown out. Like food should not be thrown out. Like if you spend money on food, even right now, if you go to your pantry and you see something that's like best before, like you don't have to really throw it out. You can put it in your fridge. You can smell it. The best test, she always said, is like the smell test. She's like, smell the thing. If you know when milk goes bad, you know when dairy goes bad. It's so if it doesn't, then that's why she said cream is also usually good at past best before dates. So we really want to get on top of this. We're really going to, I mean, I don't know. There's like a couple of other low carb stores, and what they actually do is they send out newsletters. They'll actually sell stuff past the best before date. So like past the expiry date on the product. We don't really do that. It might get left up on the website for a week, but generally we'll take it down and then distribute it amongst the team if that happens. But usually if we catch it in time and put it on best before sale, we run it down. And we don't really have that much waste just because we try to be on top of it. So for example, right now I did want to tell you, we found a couple of cases of Omega Power Creamer, which is the peppermint mocha. We have peppermint mocha. We have, I have so many. I have peppermint mocha. I have salted caramel. There's another one I'm missing, pumpkin spice, and then a fourth flavor, which I'm forgetting right now. These are best before March 20th. So what we're going to do is, and it's March 1st, what we're going to do is we're going to add one of these to any order that we get starting today. It went out in our newsletter tonight, but starting today all the way till it finishes. So I think that'll be the next 75 orders, and we probably could sell it down, but I was like, you know what, it's a nice way for people to try it. It's on us, and I'll show you what it looks like. You can easily really finish this. This is 20 servings, and the best part about this is, so basically it's milk fat, so ghee from grass-fed cows, organic virgin coconut oil, MCT oil, cacao powder, natural flavors, organic stevia extract. So this is the peppermint mocha, and this is what it looks like. You should always shake it up, because anything with ghee or coconut oil, you should always shake it up. I should not be wearing white. But here you go. So this is what it looks like. Oh, okay, great. I dropped it. Let me just fill this up. This is what it looks like. So it does not solidify, which means, you know how when you're baking and you need to like melt your fat? Well, if you have Omega, you don't need to do that. So you can use it in baking. Obviously, it's actually a coffee creamer, so most people blend it into their coffees. You can use it for that, and you can use it also to add to your keto chow. So if you guys have keto chows at home, this can be your fat, and you can add it to that. So to recap, we want to give away about 75 Omega Power Creamers. Anybody places an order with us over $100, we will add this to their order for just on us. And that way you get to try something new, and you can bake with it. You can blend it in your coffee. If you don't want to, you want to use it, if you're concerned about the best before date, I would put it in a tin and put it in your fridge, and then you're just using it, taking it out from your fridge and melting it down again to use it. So there's just so many options. Sue said my order just shipped. Oh, Sue, I can ship you one. I will ship you one, because you're amazing. I will ship you one, and I know your order just got shipped. You just placed an order, I think, from the Best Before collection on Friday. I think it was over the weekend. So, and you are an amazing supporter, and I love you, and you've placed so many orders with us, and I appreciate you. So thank you, and DM me, actually, you know what, Sue? I'm not so great right now in DMs, just because I am also really affected by what's going on in the world. So send an email to contact@switchgrocery.com and ask for a Omega, and they'll ship that out to you. Like Karina and Brian will be on top of that, and they'll get that shipped out to you, because I don't want to promise you something, then I don't write it down, and then I don't get it done. So so that's sort of our whole thing about Best Before. And really, I mean, I think what I really want to do is, I hope in time I'm going to post more about this on LinkedIn, but my goal is to inspire other businesses to really reduce food waste, and to figure out new cool strategies to deal with this, because we should not be wasting food. Food is precious, and food is made by people who care. And you know what, like the person behind Omega, the founder of Omega, will be so happy. Like, he would be so happy that, hey, this happens, but we got it out to customers who are going to enjoy it in their coffee and have a better day, have a little bit more focus. So that is really what we're all about. And so that's what we're going to try to do for our best before. We're going to try to do inventory counts a little bit more regularly so we can catch any inventory that's approaching best before. We'll put it on sale more frequently, which means we'll have more frequent sales rather than like just sometimes we do an inventory count like once every 4 months, and then we're like, oh, we found like one pack of this and a pack of that and whatever. So hopefully by doing it more frequently, we can get you guys some more best before sales. It is impossible to avoid, you guys. I've tried. It's impossible because the other thing that happens sometimes is the only way to avoid it is like order really small stuff, small quantities from your suppliers, which is not good for anybody because that's more shipping, more whatever. And then also like pretty much clean up and make zero perfect mistakes, no mistakes in the warehouse. So always like unpack everything just perfectly, put everything perfectly in the perfect place. Like, it's not possible. And I've tried this. It is not possible because you may remember that we used to actually have our own warehouse space. So we did our own packing and shipping for 2 years, and there's no way to avoid it in the food industry. And so the best way is just to come up with a strategy to reduce it. So that is what I'm trying to do. Man, I feel like my hair is on point today. So anyway, that is everything I had to share with you. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for watching me taste test the olive oil. Thank you for also the salt. Thank you for spending the evening with me during a time that is heavy and monumental. And I really appreciate you. I appreciate this. Hope you enjoyed the olive oil taste test. I hope you enjoyed my little passionate spiel on best before dates, some unsexy stuff. I know that this wasn't what Greg was expecting, which was the fire alarm going off and the Google, but not every show can be like that, you guys. So I think it was pretty good. And I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. I wish you a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, cheers. Cheers. I'll cheers myself. Cheers. Cheers to olive oil. So much olive oil. Take care. Bye, guys. I'll talk to you soon.